In the days, Scots virtual religious service will be opening with a musical composition, Ain, for the Aul Testament, followed by a reading or continued reading for Hebrews in the New Testament, rendered by Gordan Hay, and available through doricbooks.com at the link below. Musical composition, Ain. He's a guy happy chill at doesna follow a cards, nor walks a roads o' the Ildean, nor sits wi' the ill-worded. His happiness is a word o' a maester. He thinks o' a maester's laws nicht on day. He's like a tree growing anent a burnie, at his a guid crop in its season. His leaf winna dee out. Whatever he does, he'll mak guid o' it. Coors folk are nae like us. They're like calf, blawn aboot by a wind. Say, when they hev to stand afore a judgment seat, they'll be found wintin' on a Ildean winna stand amo a gathering o' a guid. A maester watches o'er a guid, but the wise o' the Ildean winna stand for long. And now our continued reading of the book of Hebrews. Hebrews chapter 6. Say lots leave behind a primary school teaching or a 19, on hold on to mere wheel seasoned understanding. Dinna lottes lay again a foons a troth. Having a change in thoughts and feelings, fair deans led to death. Believing in Almighty, immersion, a laying on of hands, belief in a life to come, on a hindmost judgment. On this we'll die, gin Almighty a lose. When folk have been enlightened, when they've hid a taste o' a heavenly gift, when they've ta'en in a pure spirit, when they've experienced a guid word o' Almighty, on a pours o' a world odds to come, unsigned after all that, have fallen awa, it's guy near impossible to fetch them back again, to have a change in thoughts and feelings. They're crucifying a sin o' Almighty again, in o' their ain sentient beings, and subjecting him to open shame. A groon at talks in the rain, at's aye fawn, on it and gars a planties grow, for them for shove them, is groon at his a blessing o' Almighty. But the groon at grows nathan but thistles and dockins is a nae value, and sooner or later will be cursed and will eat up being brunt. But my friends, though we speak like this till ya, we ken better our youins, and that marks for your salvation. Almighty disna deef it's nae fair. He winna forget your work, and your labour o' love, and all that you've done in His name, in looking after your fellow Christians. As you're aye doing yet, we're wintin' ilka een o' ye to shew us same willin' till a hinereen, say that your hope mith be sure. We dinna wint none o' ye to shirk, but follow the example of them, for through long-suffering faith come to heir promises. For Almighty made his promise to Abraham, 'cause he couldna swear by ony greater, he swore by his ain sel, and he says, Surely blessing I'll bless ye, and multiplying I'll multiply ye. Unsign Abraham pitting up with things for mony a year, Van a promise come true. Van you swear an oath, you easily swear by something greater nor your ain self. And gin you put something on oath, at's a it, nae mere striving. Say Almighty went into show yont all doot, at his plan would never be altered, confirmed it wi' an oath. Here sign are 12 things that can never be changed. On a boot fit Almighty can never lie. A word o' a master or Almighty, on a oath Almighty, to gie poorful heartening, to his fa have grasped it for refuge, a hope at set afore is hope we had as an anchor to our sentient beings, baith sure and steadfast, and yon throw a curtain to fits a yont, to for Jesus his already gain for our sakes, han been made as we've seen, a heek priest for all time, or a hoose of Melchizedek. Chapter 7. Nu as Melchizedek was king o' Salem, and a priest Almighty, maist heek. He met in wi' Abraham when he was comin' hame fae slaughter o' kings, and blessed him. Abraham gied him a tithe o' all he'd ta'en in effectin. Melchizedek means king o' righteousness. On his other name it was king o' peace, 'cause ye see, Salem means peace. He'd nae father nor mither, nor ony family tree. He wasna born, nor did he come till an een. But being like us in Almighty, he's a priest for all time. Nu, just think on fu great this chiel was, and even Abraham gied him a tithe o' his lutens. Mair nor at, a law says at the descendants of Levi, for talk up being priests, have a right to claim a tithe, for folk at other brothers, even though they're all descended fra Abraham. But though Melchizedek wasna descended fra Levi, he still and on collected the tithe fra Abraham, and blessed him. A chiel fa had gotten Almighty's promises. And ye canna argue at the chiel fa gets a blessing is nae as far ben as a chiel fa gies it. Aye. In the a case, it's a chiel fa Mondi at gets a tithes. On a t'other hand, it's een fa we've telt is alive. Ye mit say at even Levi, fa's diaw a tithes, his himself being tithed to his chiel. 'Cause when Melchizedek first met him, he was still in the lines o' his forebear Abraham. Nu, gin perfection had been able to be won at through a Levitical priesthood, 'cause it was through it at the law was gi'n till a folk. Fit was a yeast o' another priest rising up in a house of Melchizedek, instead on a following o' Aaron. 'Cause gin there's a change i' the priesthood, there maun sign be a change i' the law. On the een we're speaking about here belongs to a different clan. None fa ever served as a priest. It's well kent that he was fra a clan at come out of Judah, and Moses never spoke onything about the priesthood in that clan. It all becomes as plain as day. Gin a new priest for rises up is like Melchizedek, made a priest, nae be human, rules and regulations, but fair poor o a life at canna be connacht. For is was 50 said, you'll aye be a priest, after a hoose of Melchizedek. So ye see, a commandment at gate afore has been cancelled, cause it was feckless and useless. A law couldn't lead anybody to be perfect, but the fessin in, or better hope did. And that's why we draw near to Almighty. And it's all better seeing he become a priest through a eighth Almighty. Other chills have been made priests without an eighth, but Jesus, his eighth or him, for said to him, a maester has gained his eighth, and when it talk it back, you'll be a priest forever. This is why Jesus is a guarantee or a better covenant, and there were many other priests, cause they couldn't live forever, and were some like to slip at timbers. But Jesus lives forever, say his priesthood doesn't pass on to nobody else. That's why he can save to very morrow all them for come to Almighty through him, cause he's living to spec out for them. He's a priest, we're sickened, pure, faultless, nae defiled, ayont the very reach of Ildean, and made heeker nor heavens. He doesn't need to offer up sacrifices ilka day, like a tither priest dee, for his ain Ildeans unsigned for other folks. He ain't made a sacrifice for all, for he offered himself up. A law mocks feckless chills he priests, but the priest appointed by the word or the eighth as a being a law, has been made perfect for I. Chapter 8. Now this is fit I've been saying till ya. We have sick a heap priest, sitting on a right hand side o a throne o his majesty in heaven. He's a minister o a sanctuary, on the true tent that was putting up by Almighty, nae by man. Ilka heap priest is ordained to offer gifts and mock sacrifices, and our heap priest mon hae something to offer tea. Gin he was here i' the world, he wouldn't be a priest. Sin there are already priests for offer gifts according to law. A work of sick chills is but a copy and a shadow of fits in heaven. You'll mind at Van Moses was yon to pit up a tent. He was tilt by Almighty. See you mock all then, according to a pattern you was shewn in the mountain. But the anointed has been gain a ministry as a wall hind a being not. Just as a covenant between him and Almighty is a wall being, cause it's bigot on a foon or better promises. Gin a first covenant had been up till a mark, the second wouldn't hae been rotten, norton. But Almighty finds fault wi' his folk, when he says, See new, a day's come, says a maester, when I'll mak a new covenant wi' a hoose o' Israel, and a hoose o' Judah. It winna be like a covenant a man made with their forebears in the days when I took them by a hand and led them out of Egypt, 'cause they didn't hold wi' terms of our covenant, and I turned awa for them, says the Master. This is a covenant I'll mak wi' a house of Israel, after 8 days, says the Master. I'll put my laws into their heads, and scribe them on their hearts, and I'll be almighty till them, and they'll be my folkies. And they winna hae to say to een another, ilka man to his brother, ken the Master? 'Cause they'll all ken ma. Fae lakest till a heekest, and I'll take pity on them, when they dinna behave, and I'll forgie their ill deans. Bespikken a new covenant, almighty maks all een young ut a date. Nu, when a thing youngs wisn't an ut a date, it winna belong nor its dina wawi. And that'll conclude our reading in the day's reading for the Scots virtual religious service. Until next time, be heartened, be sealful, and endure till the end.